Hi folks, this is the January Loot Crate versus Nerdblock head-to-head unboxing. If you'll recall from last month, Loot Crate won the competition after 3 months of being dominated by Nerdblock. They finally came through in the 4th month and actually put together a box that trumped Nerdblock. So what I'm going to do is the winner of the previous month. I'm going to start unboxing them first, and then I will leave the underdog to come in and sweep away. So we have here the January Loot Crate, and we will grab the knife, and I will find the seal, and let's see what we've got. So, oh wow. Alright, so I've already seen the t-shirt. The t-shirt's Loot Crate, you finally got your shit together. So let me see here. I'm going to grab some other stuff. We'll save the t-shirt for last. So I feel okay. Looks like a pair of 8-bit sunglasses. A little bit of a problem. You know, these things I've had since 1982. I haven't been able to wear real sunglasses since Ronald Reagan was in office. I guess I could do the whole contacts thing. Although the other situation is I have a very big head and a very wide face. Will they even fit? Oh, look at that. They do. Of course, I'm now absolutely blind. I'm looking at my monitor and I'm seeing a big green blur with a white towel behind and 2 pink fleshy things on the side. So, nonetheless, very cool, very geeky, very retro, very kitschy. 8-bit is always in. Let's move on here. It is a box. It is a box that says Black Tie Geek, EST 2013, downtown Los Angeles. And let's see what is in our box from Black Tie Geek, EST 2013, downtown Los Angeles. Of course, trying to get the damn thing open. Oh, there we go. There we go. We've got motion, and it is. Oh, this is cool. All right. It is a Space Invaders theme tie. Very old school. I can actually remember when Space Invaders was in arcades. Absolutely something that I could wear to work if I were ever in a position where I wear a tie. I'm in IT, so this is actually kind of considered relatively high dress for most of the people in my department, but very cool. I can jive with this. Let's see what else we've got here. ISO Analog 10 DOE. I have no idea what this is, but if we look at it, it is clearly formatted like an old NES cartridge, right down to the point where you can look inside, whatever it is. There's a window box, and let's open this window box, and let's see. Oh, wow. It's even shaped like the old NES cartridges. Of course, I still have no idea what this is. 1.21 gigahertz. It looks like Marty McFly has been anthropomorphized, is a rabbit, and it looks like there's something there that it mounts into, and I'm betting whatever that mounting thing is, it's probably down here in the box. Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm betting this is like a little desktop stand or something, or maybe it's a anthropomorphic. I have no idea. I will look at it. I'll look at it when I get the summary stuff. Let's see, what else do we have? I see a pin. I see this. I will just pull this out and go over it bit by bit by bit. In just a moment, I see a comic book, and I'm one of the few nerds that actually tries to keep these in mint condition. And we'll just pull that off and show it off. I knew this was coming. I've seen People talk about it. I think Loot Crate even talked about it on their Facebook page. So this is a copy of Marvel's Star Wars #1. This is an exclusive cover. Probably by now eBay is filled with these, so I have a sneaking suspicion there's probably not a lot of value in this, but I might see if my local comic book guys are interested. Let's see. So we have the pin. The theme of January 2015 is Rewind. And there we have an icon of my youth, the cassette tape. I had so many of these when I was a teenager, man. My favorite was always the Maxell. If you're a Gen Xer, if you were old enough to be around music in the mid to late 1980s, Maxell had these awesome C60s, C90 minute cassettes, and they were so 80s out with the whole deco thing. They were clear with some just very simple shapes done in very basic colors, but it's such an iconic design. So I'm always glad to see that cassettes getting some love, and in particular, this one isn't. This is a more generic cassette, but the whole Maxells, man, anytime I see those, a picture of them, it just automatically takes me back. Next to last thing is the Pocket Notebook, a notebook for when inspiration strikes, cartooning tips, and tear out balloon templates for sight gags, character studies, and heroics. There are 64 paneled pages in this. And I also knew this was coming in a box because Loot Crate is having a contest. I guess $500 for, there are two categories. $500, I think is best story, and $500 for best art. My problem is I turned my cartooning digital about 4 years ago. I think I have a few mechanical pencils around. I think I might have one set of technical pens that haven't dried out. But I might keep this just for the shtick of it. And then finally, the T-shirt. This is what I think it is. I saw part of it, and oh yes, Loot Crate. Once again, you have redeemed yourself after the crappy Pirates vs. Ninja and Cat T-shirts. Here we have, looking over, blueprints for the iconic Lion Voltron. Now, I have to admit, you know, again, being a child of the 80s, I was always a Die Ruger guy. You know, the vehicle Voltron team. The Lions were okay, but I always thought they were a little overdone. They were always a little overexposed. I just didn't think the vehicle team ever really got the attention that they deserved, and they kind of been overshadowed in the Voltron lore ever since. So, but still, very cool shirt. I can absolutely see myself wearing that. So let me take a look and see what we have in the box. So, Nintendo, review of Nintendo gaming. Where is... Okay, we've got... Oh, see, now look at that. They give the damn Lion t-shirt, but look who they show. Those aren't Lions, kids. That's the vehicle team right there. I wish, man, when I was a teenager, I had the old, the figure-based Lions, the ones, you know, that were big enough you could put an action figure inside and put them together. They weren't the die-cast. They weren't the Matchbox. Someone else had the action figure license, but I had the Lion team, but I always wanted the Matchbox vehicle team. And yeah, all right, so these are like little, they are Tendo figures. That was our mystery cartridge. Apparently they have little feet. Apparently they have little hands. And the zapper is actually that, a zapper. So I will probably put that together and put that on my desk. The Star Wars comic, the Voltron t-shirt, and the comic book note, and it looks like we have a little punch-out NES pad controller here. So, Loot Crate, very well done, very impressed, very pleased. Again, you have set a high bar and a very hard act for Nerd Block to follow, But nonetheless, I have faith in NerdBlock because they did put some pretty awesome boxes together there in the beginning. And if I have two boxes that are completely awesome, all the better for me. So I will push this aside. Now the other thing is, since I got this, obviously I had to keep it face down because these come in from Canada. They have a customs form on it that I inadvertently the first time learned spoiled all of the contents of the box. So ever since, I've learned that when I get a Loot Crate, a NerdBlock, I always have to keep it face down so I don't inadvertently see the customs label and see what's inside. I mean, it kind of spoils the whole surprise thing. So the seal is broken. Down on the desk, flipped up. There we go. All right. So totally surprised. We see the T-shirt there. We'll hold the T-shirt off until the end, and we'll just grab something. Oh God. Okay. It is a plush Grumpy Cat. Although I have to admit, it's a plush Grumpy Cat with glasses. I have a friend who constantly criticizes me. He says I don't smile. John? What do you think? So I have to admit, the whole damn Grumpy, I'm over it. I was over it about a year and a half ago. I was walking in a Harris Teeter, and I saw a hipster wearing a Grumpy Cat T-shirt. I was like, that's done. Trend is over. Trend is finished. Move on to something new. But because this is Grumpy Cat, because this has glasses, and because I work in IT, I definitely think he's going to be coming in with me to the desk. If anything else, then I have a nice soft toy that I can throw off my monitor when I get. If you're in IT, you'll know what I'm saying. When I get those calls or when those people call, I have a wonderful squeeze. There's a little squeeze brain that I got from Loot Crate a couple months ago. That is my anger siphon. I think I have a new plush anger siphon to keep on my desk now. Let's see here. The next thing we have, I'll just grab for something. We have a Hobbit pen and bookmark, and it's kind of hard to see, but it looks like the bookmark is 3D. If you kind of look at it there, you can see the 3D effect. The pen, I'm a bad nerd. I haven't seen any of the Hobbit films. I have the DVDs for the first two. Probably when the third one comes out on DVD, I'll buy the DVD and then just waste like an entire weekend catching up. I got knocked out of sync on the first one. Couldn't get in the first one when it was in theaters, and because I couldn't see the first one in theaters when it came out on DVD, I just pushed watching the DVD off until the second was in theaters, and then I kind of missed it and got the DVDs. So I know, bad nerd. All right, here we have Scatterbrains, Seriously Sticky Deranged Darts. They look like they're little people-shaped darts. Again, I know kind of hard to see the focus. I haven't figured out how to make autofocus work on this camera yet. It says that they stick to almost anything, which makes me suspect they're probably like the old creepy crawler technology, or not technology, with the old creepy crawlers from the 80s. You would get them in a cereal bag, and you would get them wet. When you got them wet, they were sticky. You would throw them, and then you would put them in your pocket, and they would get linty, so you had to wash them again. I have a sneaking suspicion that's what's behind these. These might be desk toys. I could take them in maybe and make desk toys out of them. Let's see what else we have. Okay, kids. Elf ears. So I have to admit it. I was a trekker back in the day and never did the whole latex ears thing. But show me a fat Vulcan. That's all I'm going to say. Find me a fat Vulcan. I couldn't do it. And then I started playing World of Warcraft. And after 2007, I got so sick and fucking tired of seeing blood elves running around everywhere. I don't I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I suspect they will go into a box, and they may be regifted. Not entirely sure. Let's see here. So we've got a couple more things in the box. Let's start here. So, the comic book, Star Trek, Planet of the Apes, the Prime Directive. Again, sealed. So I may see if my comic guys can do something for this. I don't know if this is an exclusive cover. Probably is. One of the many things killing the hobby that I've loved for, well, 30 years now. Although Marvel just, I think they stuck the fatal blow in. But we'll see. All right, a couple more things down the bottom. Let's see here. Oh, okay, so it looks like this is connected to the card. This is kind of cool. All right, so it looks like it's an actual film cell. It has a certificate of authenticity that was down in the box with it. Certificate of authenticity guarantees this Premier Cell collectible is a genuine official product from Trendsetters Limited. Each collectible is hand-assembled and contains one scene from the movie captured on authentic 35mm scope film. And this is from Episode 5. I'm going to call it Empire Strikes Back. Suck it, kids. Not really sure if you can see it or not. Again, the autofocus isn't entirely working. It is the classic. If you've seen Empire Strikes Back, oh, look at that, I'm showing up through the film. It is the scene where Han Solo and Princess Leia realize that they have been betrayed by Lando. They all go in for dinner, and there at the head of the table is Darth Vader. And of course, Han shoots. So, kind of cool. I'm not sure where I would put this, but all right. So let's see, a couple more things. Oh, look at that. All right, so I see the sticky darts. That's what the sticky darts are for. So on one side, there is a dartboard. TIE Fighters, the Enterprise, the TARDIS. I think that's an X-Wing, or is it a Y-Wing? X-Wings and the Millennium Falcon. So it looks like a dartboard on one side and a decision board on the other side. My God, I could probably use this for my job doing IT support. So here we are. And then finally, holding off for the last, the t-shirts. Kind of saw what it was, but not entirely because they're folded and they're 3Xs. They're big. We have, okay, kind of a 50s, 60s retro-inspired advertising Sonic Screwdriver ad. This is cool. The t-shirt, man, you know, Nerd Block, you guys tear it up with the t-shirts every time. I love the t-shirts. So definitely cool. I could see myself wearing it. It is the obligatory geek black. I think that's just kind of, when it comes to clothing, that is our obligatory t-shirt color. The black t-shirt, the jeans. So taking a look, we have the elf ears. So it looks like we're going to be doing a little Middle Earth, a little Star Wars, a little Star Trek, and then somehow Grumpy Cat ties it all together. I don't get it. So we've got the elf ears. We have the... All right, so I don't see them. Oh, there, the Scatterbrains. Crazy twist on the game of darts. Each deranged character has a soft, gummy brain that sticks to virtually any surface. Also included is a decision maker dartboard to aim them at. We have the Hobbit pen and bookmark. I actually kind of need a pen around here. Everything I do is digital. The few times I actually need something to write with, I'm always struggling to find. Usually I use one of the mechanical pencils that I used to do art with. And then we have the Grumpy Cat, the meme that I hope will fucking die soon. I was really hoping that Lifetime movie that they did at Christmas would kind of be the end. It's not that I hate the cat. It's not that I wish the cat ill. But I am so tired of that meme. Grumpy Cat just wants to be left alone in a different universe away from all of you. But unfortunately for her, She's in this month's Nerd Block instead. So, there we are. Got head-to-head by the numbers. Loot Crate, man, did it. Absolutely knocked it out of the park. Some amazing stuff. The T-shirt, the tie in particular. And it's not that, Nerd Block is not that I don't love you. It's not that the box was bad. It's just there are more things in the Loot Crate this month that kind of got my attention. So there we are. I guess right around this time next month, we'll have the February Loot Crate. We'll have the February Nerd Block. And we'll have another one of these head-to-head unboxings. We'll see you then.